All right, tell me your name and what office you're running for.
My name is Chris Gregory, and I'm running for Justice of the Peace in Precinct 4.
Okay, and why are you running for that office?
Why am I running for that office? I believe that the citizens of Precinct 4 need a judge who is conservative and who is willing to work hard every day for the taxpayers.
Okay. And can you briefly describe your qualifications?
Oh, my qualifications, I'm worked in retail for 15 years. I've been in the customer service industry since I was about 15 and a half, and I worked until I was 30. At 30, I went to the police academy and got hired on with the Lakewood Police Department and worked with them till currently, as I am now. I'm a sergeant with the Lakewood Police Department, and I believe in working with the police department, I've had to deal with citizens and stuff, and I believe that in that interaction, what we do is basically customer service. We help the citizens of Lake Worth and of Tarrant County Precinct 4. I deal with basically everybody that comes through. We have several thousand people drive through. And I believe in doing that as a law enforcement officer. That has actually prepared me for this next step in my career.
Okay. And what do you believe the proper role of government is?
The proper rule of government, I believe, is the less government, the better. I believe that I shouldn't legislate from the bench. I believe that I should follow the law, and that I rule as accordingly. I don't believe that I should rule on my own opinions and stuff.
Okay. And when and for what reason should state or local government be allowed to seize private property under eminent domain?
I don't think, in my opinion, and I'm not going to say you can never do it, because there's going to be instances where it's a possibility. But I think that, once again, government should be limited. I think that should be the exigent circumstances or the exception to the rule versus the norm. I think private property, I don't want no one coming taking my property. And I believe that if you have exigent circumstances and reason to come take my property, I believe that you should definitely compensate me for the face value plus some, because as you know and everybody else knows, property value increases. So you're going to take my property from me. I want to be compensated for that, because you're taking it by force, not willingly. And I think I should be compensated, or the citizens should be compensated for that.
Okay. Is Texas in need of civil asset forfeiture reform?
Absolutely, I believe it does.
Okay. What is your position on marriage rights?
On marriage rights, I believe, in my opinion, marriage is between a man and a woman, and I believe that in working in the JP court, I'm going to hold to my Christian values. I'm going to hold to my conservatism, and if it comes to a point to where I've got a choice of whether to marry all people or not marry at all, I'm choosing to not marry.
What are the top 3 issues for your campaign?
The top 3 issues for my campaign, you talking about personally, or talking about for running it in the JP court?
For your race.
For my race, I believe that I believe integrity, honesty, and ethics. I believe we've lacked that in the JP4 court, and I believe that is paramount to get the trust of the community and the citizens back in that court. I believe, in my opinion, we've had a judge that has failed to do her duty, and that needs to become a priority.
And what are the top 3 things that make you more qualified than your opponents?
I think the top 3 things that makes me more qualified than my opponents is definitely my conservative and Christian values, my years in law enforcement, and the interaction with the citizens, and then secondly, I think also, or thirdly, I think just my customer service skills as far as treating. We're elected to a position to serve, and that's what I want to do. I serve right now. I served when I was in retail. I serve right now as a law enforcement officer, and now I want to serve our citizens and our community as a judge.
Okay. Please describe your political experience as well as experience as a volunteer, staffer, candidate, or office holder, or any office holders that you've worked for or volunteered.
Well, my political experience is kind of limited. The only person I have volunteered for is Jody Johnson. When he ran in his last campaign, I've known Jody since, gosh, I was about 15 years old. And when he decided to run, I went and helped him as much as I could. As far as my involvements in communities, I'm part of the Fraternal Order of Police Association, the Texas Municipal Police Officers Association, the Northwest Tarrant County Lions Club, the Servolution Network, which is a Christian network out of Azle, where they go through and rebuild and revamp houses falling down for citizens.
What do you think you'll change about that court?
Well, the biggest thing I think I'll change, first and foremost, is, and I can only correlate this back to being a police officer. I believe I'm paid 8 to 5 Monday through Friday as a justice of the peace to do the job for the citizens. I don't believe that is my time to do extracurricular, extra money-making things. Now, I'm not saying that it won't ever happen, but I think the majority of my time, 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, is going to be running court hearings and serving the taxpayers and the public of Precinct 4, not, as the less word to say it, not shucking my job.
So you won't run the court as a wedding center?
No, sir. No. Honestly, I think that's a dereliction of duty. And that's how we correlate it to police work. You're not doing the job the citizens are paying you for. You're making extra money. You're actually double dipping because you're making money from the citizens, the taxpayers who are paying you, and you're making money on the side.
Is there anything you want to tell the voters or the board?
Basically, I would like to tell you that I want to bring back ethics, integrity, honesty, and commitment to that office. And if I'm elected as Justice of the Peace of Precinct 4, I will work hard every day to bring back the citizens to that court and do the job that I'm elected to do and serve the public.
And do you have a website?
Yes, sir. It's www.chrisgregoryforjp.com.
Okay. And will you will you put in e-file in that court?
One more time.
Right now you can't e-file JP4, and I'm tired of driving up there.
Oh no, absolutely. If that if that is something that is done through other courts, absolutely.
1, 3, 5, and 7 have e-file.
We
2,
will.
4, 6, and 8 don't.
We will have e-file. We want to make it as easy as possible on the people who come to our court.